Hello, good day, Pensioner Prepper here. Another one of my walkabouts. Mentioned the other day about Bulgaria. They spent 400 years under what they call a Turkish yoke, and it was only in the late 1800s when it was released by an alliance of Russian and Bulgarian rebels. Um, One of the principal Russian generals, very revered, was General Gorko. He led a winter campaign through the Veliko Pass. Very hard campaign it was. The Turks were very reluctant to give up the area. Very hard fighting. As I say, the Bulgarians call it the Turkish yoke, not without good reason. The Turkish were not very nice people, and it was only through the efforts of the monks and the Orthodox Church that the Bulgarian culture was kept alive in all that time. So scant as it is, it's as the best it can do. I myself personally believe the liberation of Bulgaria was delayed by the hostility between France and England in the Crimea to help relieve the Russian pressure on Turkey. My opinion is they didn't want the Russians to have any control of the Black Sea. They certainly didn't want the Russians to be able to get hold of Constantinople and control the Bosphorus, the international waters, the route through from the Black Sea to the Mediterranean. Danube trade was very, very lucrative at that time, and I suspect at that time the Suez Canal was either being built or was under consideration as a trade route through from the Mediterranean to the Indian Ocean, which was by far the most lucrative colonies for both France and Britain, from India and the Spice Islands. Also, particularly England was buying a lot of cotton from Egypt at that time, from the cotton mills. Certainly had given up on the cotton from the southern states of America. They wouldn't trade in the slave cotton, and obviously the war was over. It was cheaper to get it from Egypt, so they didn't want any interference from Russian naval blockades or anything like that with that trade. The Russians do have a naval port in the Mediterranean, Syria, which NATO are not very happy about. So you can have some idea of why they wanted to get rid of Assad, so they get rid of that bloody naval port. Anyway, I digress. So here I am outside what they call Gorko Street, named after General Gorko. And so I'll give you a little look down it and see what you think. Okay, I'll turn this round and we'll have a walk. So at the beginning of General Gorko Street, see, it's got a nice view, and I'll just fold this flat back so we'll have a little bit of easier to carry this. So I'll walk about with my phone. So here we are, going through Gorko Street. It's a nice little street. Inevitable rubbish bins about the place, but as you see, it's quite an attractive place. There's small bars down here. Hotel Gorko down here. It's quite well kept, really. Oh, you see, it's very Mediterranean, isn't it? Most of the housing down here is in the traditional style and very well kept. cheapest place to live in Veliko Tarnovo, I'll warrant. Not too car friendly, although they do manage to park the damn things. This is one of the older parts of Veliko Tarnovo, save for the citadel and that itself. The River Yanta is somewhere down there. As you can see the monument to the Aston brothers, a founder of Veliko Tarnovo, with the cultural centre at the back. We'll have a look at that at another date. So, as I say, it's a very pretty place is this. I don't often get down here much because I'm not in Veliko Tarnovo much. As I say, it's only because I'm at the hospital at the moment for the week, so I'm having walkabouts. I thought this might be of interest to you rather than my disastrous garden. Of course, it gets red hot in summer, literally. Very popular tourist place. You can see why. The Yanta River down there again. Yeah, it's a hotel Gorka or something like that. Yeah, so they're doing a lot of work around the area. As I say, the Bulgarians lost a lot of territory after the liberation. They lost a lot of territory in Macedonia, Serbia, parts of Greece, things like that. They were fighting some wars which they weren't very successful at. A bit tragic for some, but it's the way it goes. You pick on somebody and you lose, you lose. And that's good advice for preppers as well. Never ever pick a fight. There's always an uncertain outcome in any fight. Never pick one. Yeah. Yeah, it's the end of Gorko Street. Overlooking the river. There's the cultural centre again. Art gallery and such likes. As I say, this is getting towards autumn, so it's not so full of blossom as it usually is in summer. It's a riot of colour down here. The grapes and things like that all over the place. You know? I'd say people spend a lot of money on the houses down here, and you can't blame them. At one point in time it was very run down, until it got well, I say European money, well, Europeans buying up properties, and the place getting more vibrant after the fall of the communists, obviously. See a lot of communist concrete monstrosities, but this is the McCoy. This one's for sale, and somebody will probably buy this and spend a fortune on it. Yeah, you don't get out of the bed the wrong way around here. On the wrong side. Oops. Yeah. See, the houses are typical medieval houses. They're very small and compact, small windows and that. So a lot of small springs and that. People used to do the washing in them at one time a day. Yeah. Another phone zombie. It's quite commercialised now. So that's worth reading up the history of Bulgaria, you know. The campaigns of the liberation of Bulgaria is quite an interesting read. I was read up about it in an Osprey book, which was basically for war games and that and things like that. You probably get it from the library, and it's very interesting. Little snippets here and there, and nothing too difficult to swallow. It's always a good way to start on a place of, you know, the history of a place you don't know and not really familiar with. As you say, it's a quaint place. Look at the people who go down the shambles in York and that. How's that any better than this? How's it any better? I know if I was in York right now at this time of day, I'd get trampled on in the shambles. Couldn't do this. Of course, there's plenty of little guest house down here if you want to stay down here. Not sure what the price is. I didn't think it would break the bank for a European. You come and spend a few days down here and, you know, perhaps you're passing through, make a pleasant stop. Lots of stonework and brickwork in the Roman style around here. Little snippets of it around here all the time, if you know what to look for. course. So some of the joinery leaves a lot to desire. Yeah. Hotel Pastov. Pastov. Oh, it's Pasnov, that's it, not Pastov. Pasnov. So we're nearly through. So be going back in a minute. There's a local artwork. The child's playground. A little spring there. That's what I mean. There's a brickwork in the Roman style. Yeah. Obviously, communist concrete has filled it in. Something about 1873. I read some Bulgarian, but I'm not that good. Yeah, I think I'm nearly at the end of the Gorko Street now. I should be shutting off in a moment and making my way up to the main road. Get myself a cappuccino or something. I'm on antibiotics and things like that, so I don't think it's a good idea to start guzzling any beer or anything. So that's the end of Gorko Street. So I hope you enjoyed that. I shall do some more. And see what's happened. So Josef Vladimirovich Gorko, July 28th, 1828, Nozgorod, January 28th, 2001. So Russian officer, General Field Marshal, Count. He played a major role in the Russo-Turkish War of 1877 to 1878. Commander of the front detachment, Confederation, which entered the Bulgarian volunteers on July 7th, 1877, on the occasion of the liberation of Tarnovo. General Gorko was greeted festively by the grateful population. Today, this street bears his name, preserves the atmosphere of Renaissance type. It was declared an architectural reserve. So they are, in honour of General Gorko, hero of the Bulgarian Republic. Right, so Benson the Prepper signing off, and I'll give you another walk round another day. So bye bye for now, and have fun.